Let me record this session. Let me share my screen. Just give me 1 second, guys. I hope my screen is visible, right? For everyone.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Karthik. Thanks, everyone, for joining. And thanks, Manas, sir, for joining the session. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to the session. And initially, I'm going to take your bit time, 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll discuss about that the roadmap of this particular CCNP in code, and we'll try to understand how this module is going to work. I know most of the guys, you have done the even CCNP one module, that is CCNP NRC. You are very good in the advanced routing. So we'll try to understand why in core is very important, how the course content is going to look like. I'll briefly discuss. Manasar is going to discuss more in depth. Next 45 minutes or probably 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll just give the brief an idea how this course curriculum is going to look like, how you're going to get the lab access, how the training module is going to be done, what is the timing and all. So that's the main agenda for this discussion. And then after we'll start our actual learning. So welcome you all in the Gwinnett Technology. Myself Vishal and along with me, Manas sir is there. He is going to lead this entire module. I'll be there to just help out to anything which is going to require, and I'll also share my expertise based on the SD-WAN, firewalls, routing switching, and together we'll try to learn a lot of things about the CCNP module. So this is the official CCNP in core training program. And in this training program, what we are going to discuss, there is some typo in the in core missing that has been done by the, like basically the writer who prepared this PPT. So just ignore it for typo. Yes. So this CCNP in core basically have the one of the module of the CCNP. So you might be aware after CCNA, we have the CCNP, and that CCNP have the two modules. One is CCNP in core, one is the CCNP NRC. So if you want to become the complete CCNP engineer, so you have to very good in the CCNP in core and the CCNP NRC, that you are going to get more advantage from the market, where you're going to learn in depth about the next generation networking, that is in the in core, automation, wireless, and some other troubleshooting skills along with basic routing and advanced switching concept. But in NRC, you are going to get more in depth of the routing only. Means you are going to become the strong BGP expert, OSPF expert, EIGRP expert, DMVPN expert, like that. So basically, NRC is more in depth of the your routing skills, but in core is more about the Bible of networking. It is going to give flavor of the every next generation networking along with the legacy networking. I'll show you what does means Bible. Why I'm saying the Bible of the networking, because it's a mandatory. You have to understand if you want to become the very next generation engineer. You have to understand how this basically in core is going to shape your career, how the modern infrastructure is going to look like in terms of the next generation networking. That's going to include in the in core. So you have to understand entire SDN concept. You have to understand virtualization concept. You have to understand switching concept. You have to understand wireless concept. You have to understand the SDXS concept. You have to understand the automation concept, and many more topics are there. So that means at least if you're going to do the CCNP in core, that means you are going to learn what is happening in my entire networking domain across the globe, how my digital transformation is going to shape my digital infrastructure for next 10 to 15 years, how my SD access is going to shape my LAN infrastructure, how my SD WAN is going to shape my WAN infrastructure, how my legacy routing switching is going to act as an overlay and underlay technology, how the virtualization concept is going to there, and in top of that's how I can do automation on my networking. So that's why it's a Bible of networking. And I strongly recommend, not myself, it's Cisco recommending, and I'm just just explaining in terms of the my version. if you really want to become a good network engineer, network security engineer, you have to start with CCNP in core. That's the mandatory. Even you want to become the CCIE, that's the mandatory thing. Let me show you why. And then we'll discuss about this particular course content. If you have any question, raise your hand so I can take your questions as well, okay? Cisco certification roadmap, you just have to go there. So please mute guys yourself. Please mute yourself. I request, please mute yourself. Let me mute. So you see here, this is the actual roadmap that has been defined by the Cisco officially. Like you have the certification, entry level certification, you have the associate level of certifications, you have the professional level certification, you have the expert level of certification. So let's suppose you have a journey to become a CCI engineer, right? And even you want to become the SD-WAN expert certified engineer. That mandatory exam, that is the core exam in CCNP in core. That is 350-401. That you have to clear for the any kind of the advanced certification you want to go for. Even the CCI wireless and CCI enterprise infrastructure. You have the mandatory clear this CCNP in core exam for this CCI as well and this particular wireless as well. EI plus wireless. So that's why I'm saying CCNP in core is the Bible of networking. We are going to get the across the globe what flavor is happening that is going to be there. Okay. So this is about the brief introduction about the certifications, right? And if you want to go with the further certification, the CCNP, you have the multiple add-ons, you have the NRC, you have the SD-WAN, you have the wireless, you have the automations, you have the some kind of cyber security as well. So I'm not going to talk that one, but we have the different modules in the different section that is going to cover different kind of the automation, cyber security and security. But yes, as a network engineer, you have to start your career with the CCNM. You have to land in CCNP. You have to start with the CCNP in core or NRC, either way, and then you are going to get good flavor of networking. That's why we are starting here the course that is a CCNP in core. In this particular program, the batch is starting from today, and that is going to start from 8:30 p.m. IST, and that is going to end by 10:30 p.m. IST. So this is a 2-hour program. Sometime it is going to be extended even 2.5 hours. It depends. Sometimes even going to be shorter than 2 hours. If there is like we have some kind of the tight schedule, then we can do that. But definitely we'll try to make it 2 hours every Saturday, Sunday. So we'll try to finish this course on time. And this is going to be almost 2+ months. I'm just assuming it is going to be 3 months because it's a weekend, right? So it is going to almost 3 months or 2.5 months to complete these sessions to just learn each and everything. And this is a completely online training. And once you are going to learn, then definitely you are going to become unique engineer in the market because you have the good routing skills, good switching skills, good automation skills, along with what is happening in the next generation networking. So those are by default going to part of this discussion. And how the lab parts is going to be happen. So we are going to provide the 24/7 lab access. Let's suppose you want to do the practice. Once you start your learning, so you just have to visit, like, let me show you. So you're going to get the 24/7 lab access that is going to access from the anywhere. And you just have to put your credential. Right now somehow I'm not able to log in, but yes, this rack is going to be there. I need to change my browser, so definitely it is not working here, but you have to log in. And then after, let me show in, I can use in the let me show, let me open in Safari if I can show you. So let me open this.
Yeah, Pankaj, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, Sanjay.
Yes. So, what is the learning path of the CCD?
CCD is just after CCI, okay? I'll come,
Just
okay?
after CCI, huh?
Yeah.
Is there any mandatory path to complete the CCNP and after that we can go, or CCNP is not mandatory, only the specialization of
CCNP is
any?
mandatory for the any higher exam. Means even you want to become a CCD, you have to go CCI, then CCD is there, okay? So CCNP you have to do, then CCI, then CCD.
Okay, but if I want to try for the written examination, then I can do that, right? Without lab. It will be valid or not?
Even you want to, if you want to go for the CCI written, that is a CCNP core is a CCI written. Even you want to appear for the CCI exam, okay, that is a prerequisite. You have to crack the CCNP in core. And now earlier it was a pure MCQ question based exam, but now even CCNP in core have the labs. So you have to clear that exam for the CCI. Then you have to become a CCI lab. Then you go for the CCD exam. You got it, Sanjay?
Yeah, I got it.
So even you have to go for the lab. So here you can see like we have the different kind of the labs available right now. It's was just SD-WAN. Let me open some different lab if I can show you. Let me see if it is login. I can do the login just for the SD-WAN rack I open. So this is not login, but yes, definitely you can access the rack from anywhere across the globe and you can do your labs. So we have dedicated lab for the CCNA, CCNP, CCI, SD-WAN, Palo Alto, FortiGate, Zscaler, Checkpoint, wireless. Everything is there. We have F5 load balancer and you can do whatever you want to do the practice. But for you, you are going to enroll for the CCNP in core and RC. So you are going to get lab access for the CCNP level. And even you can do that till the CCI level of the lab testing because the infra we have, that's the complete open. You have the full license routers there. You can run any command, any switching, any route do there. So there is no problem is going to be happen. So this is how it is going to look like. So lab topology, OSPF, BGP, anything you want to do that is possible. And that is going to be available 24/7 for your all learning. Now that module is going to be happen. There is total 6 module in the CCNP in core, and this is going to happen with the CCNP architecture. That is the first module, CCNP in core, virtualization, infrastructure, network assurance, and security and automation. So these are the different topic we have in the CCNP exam, and you have to align with particular, and you have to be calibrated with a particular topic to just crack those exams. So that's a very important. You have to understand what is the network infrastructure, how the architecture is going to look like, what is the virtualization, how the VM is going to be deployed on the network, how virtual network is going to build, what is the hypervisor one, what is the hypervisor two, how the OS is going to deploy on top of the hypervisors. So that you have to understand. Then you only can visualize how my networking is overall look like in terms of the cloud infrastructure, in cloud of the in terms of the private cloud infrastructure, public cloud infrastructure. And then you have the infrastructure where you're going to get the routing, switching, wireless, everything is going to be there. And then you have to talk about network assurance. If you have any fault in network, how the troubleshooting approach is going to happen, what are the tools we have, how debug cans we live, how we can take the debugs, what is my packet capture is going to be look like, how my ICMP packet is going to travel through the trace route request, how this ping request is going to work across my multiple hops. So that network assurance is going to lot of flavor, security, how my network going to be secure in terms of the different network security architect module, how what is the next generation firewall is going to look like. So you are not going to become expert here, but you're going to understand how network security is going to work together. And then finally, you are going to land with the automation. You're going to understand what is the automation concept, how the Python script is going to run the router, how JSON script is going to run the router, how we can interact with the Postman tool with the router to call the APIs. So these are the basically fundamentals thing you're going to understand, but we have to talk a lot here theory. You have to talk a lot here theory because lot of thing you have to digest in the CCNP in core. That's why I'm saying it's a Bible of networking, because you are going to get lot of insights how my modern network is going to look like. And then we have the further classification architecture. You can see high level design for the tier 2, tier 3, FHRP, SSO, right? We have the centralized and distributed controller based connection, cloud and remote branch, how this is going to be connected with the wireless principle, how it is going to integrate it, client density, how the WLAN design is going to work. And then we have to understand the SDN concept, benefit of the SD-WAN. You are not going to get the lab and all, but yes, you are going to understand how this is going to look like. SDXS, how it is going to look like, why it is important. Then what is a QS, how it is going to configure, what is a REV5, TCAM and SAF and CAM going to be defined, what is the use, then the virtualization, the same thing I discussed here. What is the hypervisor 1, hypervisor 2, virtual machine, virtual switching, VRF, GRE, IP sector. So these are the like virtual networking concept you have to understand. Even you are going to configure into the labs for the VRF and GRE and IPsec tunnel as well. So you understand how the IPsec tunnel is going to build, what is phase 1, phase 2 tunnels, how my data tunnel is going to build, how my control tunnel is going to build, how my actual traffic is going to be encrypted, decrypted between the two devices through the internet world. if the communication is going to happen. So these all you are going to understand. Then you're going to understand the LIPS protocol and the VXLAN as well. So in the first module, it's more about a theory, less about the means. In the first module, you have to get everything in theory, and then you have some kind of the second module where you're going to get some practical. Third module is just about the infrastructure, switching, and routing. So if you want to understand what is my switching, what is my routing, how the VPU guard is going to work, and everything, OSPF, EIGRP, BGP, that are all going to cover. So I'm going a little bit fast because I just want to give the right expectations. Later, Manas sir is going to talk in detail how basically it is going to be classified, design, configure. So he's expert in the networking, almost 12 plus year experience he have. So he will just give the real-time DC and enterprise network experience, like how wireless network is going to be designed, how my data center is going to be designed, what is the best practice to deploy the which routing protocol, might be OSPF, why OSPF, why not BGP, why not RIP, why not EIGRP, why static routing is there, why default routing is there. So that level of bit and bytes going to cover by Manas sir, but I'm just giving the overview how basically this overall content is going to look like when you're going to start your learning. Then basically we have to learn the like OSPF, BGP, everything, and then wireless. This is the most important, guys. And Manas sir is a wireless expert. So you are going to get something very crazy on the wireless, right? We have the wireless APs, we have the wireless controllers, even whatever the like we know it's required the physical lab to test everything, but still 90% things are going to be covered during this particular module. So you're going to understand how the AP is going to be on board, how the wireless principle is going to the how AP joining process is going to happen, how troubleshooting is going to happen, how wireless client problem is going to be isolated, what are the best practice, how SSID is going to be created, what is the VLAN mapping is going to happen for the different SSIDs. So those level of this concept you are going to get in the wireless. So then you are going to talk about the IP services, NAT, PAT, HSRP, VRRP, PIM, that is a multicast feature. And then the troubleshooting, that's like talking about the SNMP, ping, syslog, netflix, netflow, span, RSpan, IPSLA, netconf. These all are the troubleshooting skills. You are going to understand how we can analyze the network and how troubleshooting is going to happen. And then the security, AAA, line configuration, user configuration, ACL, COPS policy. That's also. And then what are the wireless security we have? Different event. We have the wireless security, PSK, WebAuth, 802.1x, EAP, all right. So these are the different security mechanism you have. Even the next generation firewall concept, TrustSec and MACsec, threat defense, endpoint security. So you might be seeing a lot of new topics here. But trust me, once you go with this particular terminology and you understand how these are going to use in the actual networking, then you can relate why it is very important for you and why it is very important to understand the next generation networking. Okay, so that's the very important. Then we land with the automations. Then we discuss about how network automation is going to happen, how Python script is going to run, what is JSON script is going to there, how we can call the REST API and all, and then EM scripting, how it is going to happen, and some tools we are going to discuss. Safe, Puppet, agentless, and agent versus tool are going to look like. So this is the overall journey is going to be happen, very happening journey, 2.5 or 3 months. Together we are going to enjoy. And trust me, great opportunity to start your good CV by learning this advanced concept. And then you go and become expertise in the SD-WAN. Go and become expertise in the SDXS. Go and become expert in the wireless. Go and become expert in the NRC. Go and become expert in the firewall technology, cloud security. But here you are going to get consolidated the flavor of the entire networking. So at least if someone is going to debate with you in your organization, might be the friend circle, in technical level, you have the right answer. What does mean this particular term and why basically this term is going to be used in network infrastructure? That level of understanding you are going to get here, along with the networking and means routing and switching concept. Then once you've done this, you are going to get certificate from us, right? And that lab is going to be definitely there. Definitely the classes are going to be there always. Myself and Manas will be there, always available. Any problem, any doubt you have, you need some kind of mentorship, so always you have the regular batches. You can join, you can reach out to the counselor. They will give the live batch access from FortiGate firewall, Palo Alto firewall, SD-WAN, Zscaler, might be the CCNP or CCNA. Come and join and discuss your questions. Definitely it is going to add additional value to the other audience. They will understand what kind of the questions you have, and what kind of the answer you are going to reply who asked the question. So that will help on that. And definitely you have to follow our community, you have to follow our LinkedIn page. You are going to get regular basis job update, regular basis. So we have the WhatsApp community. If you don't have that link, you can just reach out with the support number here and ask for the WhatsApp community link. You join that community, you are going to get regular basis job updates. Okay, so you can just simply apply and see the job descriptions. You can choose your city, might be it's sometime Pune, sometime Bangalore, sometime Delhi NCR, sometime might be the even out of country. So you can just get that opportunity, and based on that you probably find some good jobs as well. And definitely once you start this course, you will get the lifetime video access, and these video access you can use anytime for your recap. Means it is not going to be ended, right? So this video course is always going to be available and in your portal, and you can enjoy anytime, you can recap anytime concept. It's not going to be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it's lifetime access. And definitely the session is going to be live anytime, and whatever session is going to happen, just you have to one-to-one interaction with our self, myself or Manas will be there, and we'll together try to discuss everything in very detail. Any questions, any suggestions you feel, you just visit the www.guinet.com. So here you are going to get that on our website, and you can find more information about us. You can, if you want to reach out to us, you can just send the chat, follow our different social media platform. You can even write the emails. There are the support numbers. Or if you have any query, you can put the here submit form. Definitely someone is going to review. And this is how we can start our training, and we will try to give the best training experience, and then it is going to add your value addition in your CV and professional life. Any questions? Sorry, I go very fast today. I generally go in slow, but I have limited time. I want to complete my all things what I have to deliver today. But I, before I hand over to the Manas sir, any questions if you guys, anyone have any questions? Any questions, any open point you want to discuss with me? No? All good? All right. So let me make you the host, Manas sir.
Okay,
And
sir.
you can take it from here. This is your turn. Okay, sir?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Yeah, I hope you will. If you're not feeling well, no problem.
No, let's continue for the next 30 minutes. Then
Okay, okay.
okay, no.
You are the host, sir.
Okay. No. Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon,
Guys,
sir.
good. Guys, before starting this class, okay, let me know, could you please clear one thing? You guys are quite comfortable with the CCNA part?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So already Vishal sir explained all the what we will cover in this class. Okay, already he has confirmed, but let me explain it again, because in the CCNP Encore we have around 50% of theory. 50% of theory here. Okay, because multiple things Cisco has included here, like your wireless technology, routing technology, switching technology. Then you have the QoS technology, multicasting technology, then some kind of AAA technology, then your automation part. So this is the reason a lot of theory here, 50% theory and almost 50% you have the lab part here, means the practical. So, and out of 100%, the CCNP is mainly you need to focus on the routing part, switching part, and the wireless part. This is the main part in the CCNP. Because this part, when you will cover on the NRC, I can see multiple people here already that did the NRC with me. Okay. So for them, it is quite clear. In the NRC, suppose, let me start with the routing part, then I will go to the wireless part, because wireless is quite important in the Encore technology. Here you can see in the EIGRP, we need to cover here EIGRP, we need to cover, OSPF we need to cover, and VGP we need to cover. Okay. So if you can see, basic EIGRP things are there. Okay. Like what is the path selection process, and what is the metric, and what is the summarization filtering. But these type of things like leak map, if anyone did on the NRC, this is quite advanced in the routing part. Like leak map, we have sometimes I want to leak only one route. Okay. So these type of things are not here. This will cover in the NRC part. Okay. So some kind of basic things are there in the EIGRP. It's not only basic, you need to clear your understanding here from the anchor part. We will cover in the routing part, we will cover the EIGRP, we will cover the OSPF part. Okay. And we will cover the BGP part. And when we'll go to the guys, anyone is telling anything else, you can mute. Okay. Then when we'll go to the BGP, some kind of scenario things is there. eBGP we need to cover, and iBGP, what is the difference between E and I? Then what are the algorithm path selection process? When we'll use the weight, local preference, AS path, MED. So here also some theory are there, but in the NRC, complete lab is there. These are the complete advanced part we will find in the NRC. When we'll go to the NRC, this will be the completely, there will be the advanced technology are there, because NRC is completely consisting with the routing part only. So a lot of topics are there from the EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, a lot of topics are there. Around 80%, these three topics are in the NRC. Okay. Now this architecture part, how actually we'll cover, let me make you understand. Suppose architecture, everyone is know here. If I will ask anyone, you guys easily tell me what is the tier 2, tier 3, this type of architecture. You can easily tell me what is the 2, what is the 3. Okay. But when you will give the interview, they will not ask you directly, what is this one, what is this one. First of all, they will check whether you have worked on this architecture technology or not. If anyone here working on the architect level, they need to do the study. Suppose for an example, very basic example on an L2 level, I am giving you an example. Suppose I have a switch is here. This one is my core switch. Very basic example I am giving. Okay. And this core switch is one access switch is connected from the core. No port channel. You can imagine this is just one-to-one linkage connected. Here GI 1 by 1 to 1 by 1. Okay. Now, suppose right now they have 20 users. Now my question will, now your site means this site manager is asking you, as you are the network admin, that I have 40 users right now. Okay. So I need to expand my network architect, but it's as for the Cisco recommend architecture. Okay. How we will follow with the tier 2, tier 3, how we will follow? First, you need to do a diagram. Before doing to diagram, you need to do a study. How will do the study? That part I will let you know here, because if I will, this is only the theory part, but if I will let you know what is the tier 2, tier 3, it is just a 2 to 5 minutes. But you need to know before going to this part, how generally we are doing the study part. Okay. After doing the study part, we need to prepare a diagram. And I think you guys already did the CCNA and you are about this part. What is the VGO? If anyone is not aware on the real class, I will let you know. Okay. What is the Microsoft VGO? Once you will complete this diagram, then you will go to the site. Okay. You need to represent your diagram. Maybe you have 2 or 3 diagram. You need to represent. Now, as for their budget, they will finalize one. Once it will be finalized, then you need to go for the BOM. BOM means the bill of material. That thing also, as a network admin, we need to prepare. This will get from the Cisco site. Every company, they have their own account. I can log in through my account and I will show you in the real class through my account. Okay. How we'll prepare the BOM. Once your BOM will be prepared, then you will provide to the site team. This is the complete process. Okay. The architecture part. I will let you know on the real class. Actually, in the real life, how we are doing, and in this class, some example I will give you. Then we need to do the switching part. Switching part, we will do this part. RSTP we will do, MST we will do. And again, I have written which part is the theory, which part is the lab. Okay, everything is written. Some dynamic trunking protocol you guys already know, but we will discuss it again. What is the EtherChannel? What is the LSCP? What is the PSGP? If it is not working, when I need to do the force command, these things we will cover in the switching part. Then let me come to the wireless. You can see This is the wireless technology. Okay, main focus will be here. Once we'll do the routing, once we'll do the switching, our main focus will be this one, because after the architecture part, I will start this one. Okay. Wireless control, a lot of things are there. What are the models are there? What is the centralized is there? Suppose you have the on-prem device is there. Suppose you have the cloud infrastructure, you have how it will communicate. Then what is the WLAN? Okay. RF power, RSSI, signal to noise ratio, everything. What is the AP mode? Okay. What is the means AP mode means what is the flex mode? What is the local mode? This only description is here. But we need to know on this part, what in the flex and local mode. Question will be like this. In the flex and local mode, please explain me about the traffic flow. Okay. You will get this type of question. So everything we will discuss and how this AP will discover. This is the main thing. Actually, they have given this part in the meet, but first part will be this one. This will be our point number 1. Suppose this is an access point. This is an access point. This is an access point. This is WLC 1. This is WLC 2. This is WLC 3. Suppose this is access point 1, access point 2, and access point 3. The access point and every WLC is it's on my network. It's my network. Suppose one is in the Mumbai, another one is in the Noida, another one is in the Singapore. Okay. Suppose this access point 1, he is trying to connect with the Singapore WLC. What is the process for that? Because a lot of WLC are here in my environment. I have a very big environment. Okay. WLC 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there. All are centralized WLC. Okay. No local WLC. All are centralized WLC. So how this access point will know that I need to go to the Singapore, because this is in the Singapore. How it will identify that I can go to this WLC? This is here the joining process. Actually, how on this condition, how your packet will be look like? How it will identify that this WLC I need to... Guys, please mute. So this process will cover here, and this will be our first, because if I will start with this one, what is the WLAN? You cannot understand. First, I will cover this one, then I will go to the WLAN part. And the most important thing is you need to clear the policy. In policy, you need to clear the flags, policy, tags. And under tags, you have the site tags. Okay, tags and site tags. This how I can create. And once my access point will come to my WLC, how I can create a policy, how I can attach that access point to the policy, this all the things, and what is the client density. If client density will be increased, what is the issue on that access point? Okay. So all the things in the wireless we will cover this part, but as this is the CCNP, it is combination of all the technology. So all the wireless technology is not here, like your anchor. If anyone has the expertise in the wireless part, you know about the anchor. What is the use of anchor? How I am communicating with my front controller to the anchor. This part is not in the wireless part, but I will give you some basic idea about this part. What is the anchor? When anyone will do the actual wireless expertise on the wireless, then that time we have the complete configuration on the anchor part. But what is the anchor? What is the use of this? What type of question you will get? So this type of things I will let you know in the wireless class. Okay. Once I will cover the wireless, I will go to the routing part. Already I told you. Then this switching part. Switching also I told you. Then there are some kind of theories there, SDN technology, like software defined network. We have the SD1 for the WAN, and we have the SDA for the LAN, like DNAC is working here. And we have the SEI. Okay, these are only the theories there, means components. Like vManage is there, DNAC is there, your Epic devices is there, leap and spine technology, spine and leap technology are there. Only this theory will there. Okay. This is the SDN technology. Then some miscellaneous topic. We have a lot of miscellaneous topic. Everything I have included, like the security part, like the assurance part, everything I have put in the miscellaneous topic. Once we will do all these topics, we will go one by one into the miscellaneous. In the miscellaneous, if you can see, let me scroll it down. In the miscellaneous part, okay, you can see some things are, I have already implemented this one. What is the lab? Which one will do the lab? Which one is the theory? DRF Light will do, okay. And a GRE will do. IPsec over a GRE will do, then we'll do the IPsec. Then these two are your DC technology. If anyone is the expertise on the DC, VXLAN, this is around a 2-page lab. How we can communicate DC to DC. Okay, this is around a 2-page lab, but here only theory is there. What is the VXLAN? Okay. Then we'll do some theory on the hypervisor, how we'll do the upload the OS. Okay, that is the hypervisor part. I already included in the miscellaneous topic. Some quality of service we will do, some multicasting we will do, but here theory is there. I will do only one lab. One lab I will do. If anyone is interested, I can provide you more lab. But one lab I will do for you guys. You need to know. Actually, if I will tell you the theory only, you cannot recognize how it will work, the QoS and the multicasting. We'll do one lab. Multiple labs are there when actually this part is in the CCI. If you will go to the CCI, it's completely for the QoS 5 labs and here 5 labs, total 10 labs. But one lab I will show you for the QoS and multicasting. Then some NTP here we'll try to do a lab. Then netting is there. Then your faster redundancy protocol is there. HSRP and VRRP complete lab is here. Then some basic part. How trace means trace everyone is known. We will do the conditional debugging and conditional tracing. These things we will do conditional. Then this part I will cover in the switching. Span or span, this thing I will cover in the switching part. Then the IPSLA, this is quite important. Here we will do the lab. How your IPSLA will work, service level agreement. These are the basic things. Telnet SSL. SCL will do, control plane policy will do, then the netcom and the restcom. Then authentication. These things that you need to know. What is the PSK? What is the EAP? .1x authentication, map authentication. Here we will use the user level, how your AD will work. These type of things will do the real environment in the authentication part. That is again the security part. Now some basics like TCAM, FIB, RIP, this type of things we will do on the miscellaneous. Once this will cover, then we'll go to the automation. Automation, we have some part like what is the Python, JSON, how you can encrypt the JSON language. Then the some basic like EM. I can do one EM over in router. Suppose I will put one command and for that port you will do shutdown. The 10 command automatically run in out. That is through the EM. Applet I will do one lab. Then some basic theory are there, Ansible and Salt Lake. These things totally will cover. Okay. This is the complete part of our CCNP Encore journey. And again, I am telling it's a lot of theory, 50% theory, because they have combined all the technology into the CCNP Encore. Once we'll cover this part, then you can decide whether you need to go to the NRC, whether you need to go to the wireless part, SD1 part, SDA part, these things, or SCI part, you need to decide. Okay. So guys, till now, any question, please let me know.
Sir, if I have a basic knowledge of CCNA, can I continue this course or not?
Yes, you just need to know what is the CCNP, why I have CCNA, why I have asked. These things I will not cover. Like class A IP address, class B, class C, class D, class E. And this subnetting. Only these things as a CCNA you need to know. Rest, everything will be covered here. Because you know, in the EIGRP, what I will do, I have already written here, configure and wait. Sorry, it's the instead of OSPF. It will be a print mistake from my side. It will be the EIGRP. Type of mistake, sorry. Configure and verify simple EIGRP topology. Here, whatever is the CCNA, here to here, I will put a loopback here. Suppose 1.0.0/8, then 2.0.0.0/8, then 3.0.0/8. Here your IP address will be 192.1.12.0/24, 192.1.23.0/25. This is the basic topology. This is the first one. So I don't think for the EIGRP, if you don't have the CCNA knowledge, it is okay. Just This part you should be clear. What is the IP address and what is the subnetting? Not much more than that. Okay, and what is the router? What is a switch? What is this sign? What is this sign? What is this sign? What is this sign? These things you need to know. Okay, how I can enter? I need to put the enable. I need to write the config key. Okay, as a CCNA, these things you should know. But the protocol, you don't need to do anything from the CCNA. I will let you know here. Only this part you need to know. It's okay for you? Who asked this question?
Yes, sir. Actually, switching level is basic switching, like spanning tree, VLAN creating. The basic concept I have, but I don't have the proper working environment. I should not actually right now. So I'm very confusing for this course. Is good for me or not actually?
Actually, I'm not able to hear you properly. Could you please repeat it again if you don't mind?
Yes. Sir, actually, switching level, actually switching VLAN and trunking, and this is the CCNA level. I have some
Okay.
theoretical knowledge.
Okay.
Actually, I don't do the working in the real environment. So right now I'm thinking, so this is the good for me and this course, and this is the advanced level. So I'm just discuss with you just.
Okay, no problem. What is the name? Could you please let me know? I'm not able to
Sir,
identify.
my name is Subrata Samunte.
Okay. No worry about that part. If you have just a VLAN knowledge, it's very good. If you don't have also, that is also no problem for me. I can repeat it here. But as a CCNA, I just told you this part. You should know about the subnetting part and what is the router, what is the switch, what is the hub, these things. Okay. Rest, everything I will clear here. And if some of the guys already did this NRC with me. So what actually I will do, once I will cover one part, every time I will explain you what will be the interview question. Okay. What will be the interview question? Because that is completely here only like for an example, because today I will not start the topic. We will start from the next, means from tomorrow, like tier 1, tier 3. Everyone is aware about this part. Okay. But you will not get the question like that. What is the tier 2? Right now you are in the CCNP. You are not in the CCNA. CCNA question will be, interview question will be like what? But here there is no what. There is how. You need to keep this in your mind. You will not get any type of question. What is OSPF? What is EIGRP? What is BGP? What is IBGP? What is architecture? You will not get this type of question. Okay, suppose tier 2, tier 3. They will ask you 9500 at least. Because if you will written on your resume that I have working on this part, so it means you are working on a high level switch. Okay. So they will ask, what is the feature on the 9500 catalyst? Because this is the high-end switch. As a catalyst, this is a high-end switch. So what is the feature? How the stack will working here? Or SVL technology is there? How 9300 will behave? How 9200 will behave? If you are on the CCNP Encore, they will not ask you about the Nexus part. Nexus is for the DC. But this catalyst switch, you should have the knowledge. How the 9500, how the 4500, how the 6500, already these are outdated. And where the VSS technology work, where the VSL SVL technology will work, and where the stack technology work. You will get this type of question from this part. I will let you know once the class will be started. Okay. So what we will cover, already I told you briefly. Okay. This is the complete thing I will cover in the complete class, and almost it will take 2.5 months. Okay. So be prepared for that. And one request to you guys, when I will do one topic, okay, and it's your Saturday, Sunday class. So what we will do, suppose I am covering 2 topics here. Please, once you complete the class for the next weekdays, means Monday to Friday, try to cover this one. Because after my class, suppose I will cover in 2 months. Suppose 2.5 months. Actually, it is in between 2 to 3 months, because there may be a chance we will miss one class, 2 class. There are sometimes due to some issue, we'll do, instead of 2 hours, we'll do the 1 hour. So please keep in mind 2 to 3 months. So after this class, we'll do an interview session. Every class we did. And what are the issue? Generally, people did not cover all the topics then that time. But one request from my end to you that once I will cover one topic, this is an weekend batch. So you have a lot of time, guys. Okay. So once I will cover 4 hours or 5 hours on Saturday, Sunday. Next Monday to Friday, if you will spend 1 hour only, you have 5 hours. You can easily cover. And suppose after 2 months, we will do a very big session for the interview purpose. I need you guys to prepare on that class. Okay, because if I will ask the question, I will do the answer, then there will be no benefit from you. So this is the reason every class I told, but I have seen there is some issue. People did not cover the class. If it is the weekdays class, I can understand you cannot get time, you cannot cover. But it's the weekend class, you have a lot of time. And again, I am telling CCNP, it's not the what is OSPF, what is the EIGRP. Okay, what is the BGP? This type of question, you will not get it here. Okay. So once you will do the CCNP anchor, then you will decide whether on which platform you need to go. Okay. So guys, any questions?
So, yeah. So this Encore examination have the lab right now,
Actually,
including the
in
written
the
exam.
no. In the written, you will get some kind of lab question. In the written,
Okay, means scenario-based question you are saying,
yes,
right?
yes, scenario-based question you
But
will
there
get.
is no separate lab like a CCI.
No. That is on CCI you will get.
Okay, got it.
Okay, but
And this class
scenario-based
is only
question.
for the weekend base. Yeah.
As of now, it is Saturday, Sunday, but we'll see if
Okay.
any time issue, we'll decide with
But
it's
it is
not
a
an
very
issue.
big syllabus, so it will be covered in the 2-3 months.
Yes, 2
Because
to
lot
3
of
months it will.
topics.
2 to 3 months.
So
A lot
I
of
think
theory. It's a lot
yeah,
of theory
total
are
I
there.
think you will get only the 8 weeks, right? In a month, in a 1 month, it is only the 4. Sorry, eight days means total 16 to 13 days. I think you will cover all the topic, right?
No, in one month you will get
8
in 1
days.
month 8 days. So 16.
Yeah.
16 plus
69.
16, but this at 32 plus take 8, 40. Okay, this is buffer. It's actually around 35 to 40 because a lot of theoretical topics are there. Okay.
Okay.
So we can easily cover. It's not an issue. But if we will not cover, we need to extend. It's not an big deal. We'll cover because a lot of theory are there here.
Okay, got it.
But
So
when you go to the
every weekend,
yes, tell
yeah,
me.
sorry to interrupt. Yeah, every weekend it is the in same time, 8:30 p.m. to 10:30, right?
8:30 to 10:30 you can continue as of now, but it is a summer, so we can extend it to 11. If it is winter,
Actually,
then yes, tell me. Tell me, go ahead.
Actually, yeah. Currently, I'm working in the Juniper platform, so
Okay.
I'm just correlating with that. Currently,
Okay.
I'm working in the DC environment.
Okay.
So
DC you are
anyway,
working?
yeah, DC environment. It is a DC environment, but it is a fully routing and switching.
Okay,
And it is
means
fully
not
the
in the
Juniper boxes.
not in the ACI. Okay.
Not in ACI.
Okay.
List concept and VXLAN concept. I know that, but
Okay.
not in in our DC data center.
Means it's
But
the legacy DC.
it is the legacy DC.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are just
Yes.
going to migrate from one location to another location.
Okay.
So it is just
Okay.
a only transition phase.
Okay.
So
Means you are
they are using the Juniper.
transition.
Yeah, I'm from the transition and transformation team. Yes.
Okay, you are from the transition, but you are sending all the DC environment from the legacy to SCI or legacy to legacy?
No. Legacy to legacy. It is the
Okay.
like to like, but
Okay.
yeah, they are using some different kind of device. Maybe it is the Cisco, and we are going to migrate in the Juniper.
Okay, means
So
right now that you have some Cisco device, but you will migrate into the Juniper.
Juniper, yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Juniper command is totally hectic
It's
to
different.
remember it.
It's a long
Yeah.
command. In the Juniper
Yeah,
command,
it's very long commands. But
it's a
it
long
is very
command.
stable device in comparison of the Cisco that I feel that because in most of the time the people in the enterprise network they are not preferring the Cisco but they are preferring the Juniper in the data center.
Yes. Now Cisco also recommended for the data center. They are already doing the SCI because I am working on this environment.
SCI.
Yes.
Correct.
because I am
Okay, so
working
you are
on this.
providing the ACI. Okay, so you are providing the training on the
Yes,
ACI as well?
yes. 95 and 93 I am working. 95 I am working for the spine and here for the leg. And here some people I have seen, they are working this 93 as the spine also, but this is known as the baby spine.
Okay. Got it.
Actually, my expertise in, I have forgotten to tell you guys, my expertise in the routing part, switching part, wireless, and DC. These are my technology. And DC, it's both Nexus, Legacy, and the SEA.
So basically, you are working in the routing, switching, and the WLC?
Yes, wireless part.
Wireless part. So which
Yes.
wireless part you are working, the 5500 or 9800?
No,
9800.
5500 already it's
These are very
5508,
old.
it's outdated. Only you have
Outdated.
2027, you have 3504, 2504. These are will be expire, I think 2027, 31st March, but 9800 is there in the market. I am completely working on the 9800. Either it should be the front controller or it is the anchor controller.
Yeah, I work for the one customer where it is deployed the 9800 WLC, but we have the some policy and the SSID. So I have just to follow that process and complete that policy, but not in a deep drive. Okay. So,
means what is the policies you are getting there?
No, there is some different kind of policy. Means we are using the multiple VRF, like the corporate VRF, the guest VRF, and some local VRF.
You have SSID.
So we are using, So we are creating the SSID regarding that. If someone is coming from the outside of the organization and if we are just going to treat as a guest, so he is not part of our corporate.
Got it.
So this kind of environment, we already create the policy.
Yes. Men actually we are using for our core employee and for the guest outside employee. And for the
corporate is for our core employee.
Yes. And suppose you have some what is iPhone user. iPhone you have the special, that is team. They will connect through this one. Okay. Like we have different SSID, different policy. In the guest, we will move the traffic towards directly through the SD1 to the internet only. They will not come to our internet traffic, means company traffic. This way only.
That is the netting.
Yes. That is the complete wireless technology. Actually, in this field I am working. But guys, yes, before coming to any wireless technology, DC technology, you need to very strong about the routing part and the switching part. In my starting career also, I did a lot of routing switching. Then I moved to the wireless part, data center part, Nexus, SCI, these things. Okay. So our main thing is we should clear about the routing part and the switching part. Okay. So guys, any question?
So you will cover the routing, switching as well as WLC, and you were saying something means So who will cover the automation part?
Automation, me is here. Vishal sir is here. So I will cover.
Vishal,
or yes.
Okay.
So
I think Vishal is providing the SD-WAN training, right?
Yes.
You're the same person.
Yes.
Yeah, I already took the training from Vishal.
Okay.
For SD-WAN. Earlier.
Okay. So I will cover this part, all the topics. Okay. But we should very clear about this part. These three. Because if you will not clear these three parts, if you will go to the NRC, a lot of issues we have. Because here are very less topics we have. Like we need to do the link map. In the BGP, same thing, we need to do the suppress map. BGP would need to do the root reflector. Next up, your weight, local preference, AS path, MED, no advertise, no export, a lot of things in the NRC part. If it will not clear here, then there will be a lot of issue for you, for the trainer, for the company. Everyone will face the issue. So be clear, prepare all the topics thoroughly. It's the weekend batch, so you have a lot of time to practice. Before the interview session, guys, please clear all the topics. Because I have seen this issue people did not cover, and then there will be no benefit of the interview session. This is the complimentary session. 1 3-hour session generally will provide after the course. This is completely for the interview. This is complimentary. But this will only benefit for me and for you if you will have the complete practice. Because if you will ask the question,
depend on the practice.
Yes, if you will ask the question and I will give the answer, then there will be no benefit. It's just means you are in the means passive mode. No benefit.
Manas, sorry, I have one question if you can answer for that. It is totally belongs to the BGP side.
Okay.
So in one environment, I am using the route reflector. Okay. And route reflector, they are going to connect with the two clients. Okay. There is the IBGP is already configured in between that. And from that client, there is the eBGP session is already formed with the PE router. There is the one scenario.
Okay. Could you please let me help me out the diagram so that because if you will tell me like that.
If I can add the diagram, I can show you 1 minute. Chat. I can load the diagram or maybe
no, you can let me know. Here I can do this.
Yeah. Okay, you are drawing the diagram?
Yes. Are you able to see my screen?
Please. Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yes. Tell me. Here I can do.
Yeah, there is the one PE router in the uplink side. Yeah. Go down.
Let me do a notepad. Okay.
Yeah. And go down. Draw the one straight line and go down. There is the one distribution switch, you can say that. DS. Yeah, this DS is worked as a C. Okay.
This is also B.
This is work as a C, means C, or you can say that this is the L3 device.
Okay. This is C. Okay.
C, yeah, C, and upper side is the P. In the parallel and downside, you can just draw the one more circle, and it is the route reflector downside. Yes, behind the C. And from this route reflector, again, one C is connected. And in top side, again, this C is going to connect to the P. The same setup. Yes. And we have written some static route for the same destination on the both CE.
No, just a minute. This is the P. This is
the P. This is also B. P. Okay, so this C is working as a primary and backup. This C,
this is the provider edge. Suppose this is the Airtel.
Yeah, whatever you can say. Any ISP, you can check it.
This is the same or different?
This is the different ISP.
Okay.
And this is the C. Oh, sorry, you can consider it as the same ISP. Yeah, it is the same ISP. Both P is connected with the same ISP. Okay.
Because same ISP and different ISP scenario will be completely different.
No. I understood. Yeah, the same ISP. It is using the same AS number as well.
Yes.
And this, this C, the left hand side C in this C screen, it is working as a primary. And this is our secondary, or you can say another C. It is working as a backup. Okay. So in both the C, we are written some static route. Okay, that is pointing towards the P for the same destination.
But how you did this as the backup and primary? Through which one you did this one?
Yeah, means, means you can say that we are using the loopback IP and the lower loopback IP, or you can say that we are using the OSPF between this one, our route reflector.
No. My question is, there are two C. Okay. Now your diagram will be look like this. This is the P. This is the P. Actually, this diagram is confusing.
Right.
Okay. Now, yes. Now
it is connecting directly to the C.
Yes. Now it is connected to you are telling this one is a C. And this is a switch.
L3 switch. It is the L3 switch.
Yes. Now it's router or switch. This one?
This is also the L3 switch. The same box.
L3 switch.
Same models. Yeah. Same box.
Then I am quite sure HSRP is going here.
Yeah, there is a port channel configured in between that.
No port channel. HSRP should be going. Port channel along with the port channel, HSRP should be there.
No. I'm talking about the Juniper environment. There is the MC lag concept. Okay. In the MC
Juniper,
lag,
I am not aware.
Aggregator, aggregate port. There is the one term in the aggregate port. It is just like as a port channel. Okay. They are connecting back to back, and in the downside there is a route reflector, and this route reflector is connecting with the both C.
This route reflector is connecting to
both C.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the scenario. Okay.
Yes.
So we are writing some static route pointing
Hmm.
towards the P, the next loop. Okay, and the destination is the same for both the DS. Okay. So when the packet is you got it, my point. When the packet is coming from the any NNI or the network side, means from the user side, they are always taking the path of this C, means left hand side of this one. This is the primary and this one is the secondary.
Yes.
This is the primary and this C is working as a secondary. Okay. So if any user is sending the packet to the particular destination, it is always taking this part, the primary path. Primary path, yes, and going out. Okay, for and the same static route we are written here, but the next hop is the different because here we are configured the different IP on the PE, and we are forming the eBGP in the top side, and the downside it is the iBGP, right?
Yes, here it's the one environment. iBGP will be going here.
Here is the eBGP. eBGP, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is here, suppose that if we are going to shut down the interface on the primary C, okay. So what will impact in the network? Is the user is always send the traffic towards the primary or secondary?
If here, just before that one question, IPSLA is configured. And
IPSLA is here. I checked it. IPSLA is not here.
IPSLA is not here. Okay. And here HSRP is there and the HSRP is not there.
Nothing. It is just like as that I know it is the port channel. They are configured in between that. So the VLAN is already passing.
No, got it. But port channel is a different thing. Port channel, you are connecting these two switches. Okay. Then you are doing the port channel to make these two ports to avoid the STP to make it one.
Yeah, understood your point. Yeah, maybe it is HSRP or the VRRP.
Yes,
we are configuring the VRRP.
Anything.
Yeah, I got it point. Yeah, VRRP we configured. Yeah,
if you have configured the VRRP, okay, you should have one VIP and user will go to there directly.
Right.
You have one VIP. On that segment, suppose you have 1.1.1.1, 1.2, you have the physical IP, 1.3, you have the VIP. Generally, in this environment, we are doing the VIP, HSRP. And you have the Juniper, you are doing the VRRP, the open standard. And we have the 1.3, it is the VIP, user will go here to here and outside. If your eBGP is properly configured.
Yeah, but understood. But I don't think because here we are using the one command, the redistribute static. Okay, so whatever the redistribute static command we are also using on the both C.
Towards the because you are doing the iBGP here you are doing and doing the static route, and to the eBGP for the you are doing the redistribution. Am I right?
Yes, we are redistributing the static route. So suppose that if any user is pointing the traffic to the destination, it is always sending the packet towards the primary. But if the primary interface is going down for any reason, then how the packet is going to send to the destination?
Why you are worried about this part? Because we have the VIP configured. Here on the downside, we have the VIP configured. We have the downside VIP is configured. We don't have anything on the downside of the physical part. If it will be down, you have the IPSLA. Through the track, it's already no.
No, I understand, but track is not configured here. I got it, your point. The IPSLA is not configured here. Only the plain static route we configured here. Okay. So if the next hop is unreachable, the user is always send the packet towards from this RR. Means once the packet is receiving from the particular destination from the MPLS cloud, it is coming back to the route reflector, right? For the same destination, the route reflector is received the two paths, right?
Yes,
one from the secondary and one from
I got your point
primary.
now. But first you told me you have the SLA and you have the track. But
right.
Yes.
We didn't configure.
No, it is mandatory. If you do not do the configuration of the SLA or you do not configure the track, how my LAN user will know either this path or this path will be down? How my LAN user will know? Because they will continuously sending traffic to this one.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. That is the configuration side. But if someone is not going to configure the IPSLA in that type, I think the packet is going to black hole, right?
Yes, that will be the black hole network. It will go here, then this one. It will be completely black holing in the network.
Black hole.
So
Yeah,
it is quite recommended when you have this type of scenario and I am doing something from my in to out, I should have the SLA, not only IP SLA, in accordance with the IP SLA, I should have the track command. If my SLA will be down -10, then my track will be down. So we'll know this part. So through this my VIP, it will go through this part.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So
Got
without
it?
the tracking, it is not possible. Only the traffic is going to black hole if we are not going to configure the IP SLA.
SLA with
Right?
track. Yes. SLA with track.
Yeah, SLA. SLA will
Yes.
track your next hop.
Yes,
right?
yes.
If the next hop is going down, this
Yes.
will inform to the previous router or whatever the connects are.
Whatever is the next hop you want to. Like this, suppose in the PE you have some specific route. For an example, 8.8.8.
Yeah, ABCD, whatever.
Yes, but if it
the
is
next
down,
hop, the
suppose
C
if it
side
is
we are
down,
going to shut down. We are going to shut down the just checking the failover scenario.
Yes, suppose this one is down. How my LAN user will come to know that this is down? Through the track only.
Right.
Without track, it's not possible. It's the means this type of scenario in the downside, you are the people using the BRRP because of the Juniper. We are using the HSRP, upper side the BGP.
Yeah.
Okay, it's clear now.
Yeah. So only means if the IP SLA is not configured, then the packet is always sent towards the primary CE, and it will not send from this route reflector towards the secondary, right? Until unless the route reflector knows about that.
Route reflector, route reflector. This part is route reflector. Why you are using the route reflector?
No, it is the big enterprise network, so that's why it is.
Why? No, my concern is why you are using the route reflector. What is the benefit of the route reflector?
No, multiple devices connected here.
Because
I'm talking about the production environment.
No. I'm telling just IBGP route it will not transfer. This is the reason of the route reflector. What is the benefit of the route reflector? Why
but it is the same subnet. It is the same subnet. The same destination.
Suppose anyone will ask you why you will use the route reflector. What will be my answer? Suppose this is an IBGP scenario, okay?
Yeah, that is for the full mesh topology, right? It means suppose that if anyone is not using the full mesh, and nowadays it is very complex, right? So that's why we are using the route reflector, right?
Either single route reflector and multiple. If you have the multiple, then you need to use the cluster ID.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So this is the reason why we're using. Okay, now it's clear.
Yeah. That is clear.
Now, guys. No problem. Now, guys, any questions, you can let me know, else we can wrap up this session and we will connect tomorrow. Please let me know.
Sir, I have the one question.
Who is this?
Anurag, sir.
Okay. Yes, Anurag, how are you?
Fine, sir, fine. In this scenario, if we are not, if we did not use the static route from the P to P, and still we are not using the IP SLA, so it will automatically, based on the routing that is coming from the 2PE, it will decide the route?
No, for the static route, because they are using some kind of, means through the static, they are redistributing on their scenario. If you want, if you want, you can do the IBGP and you can do from IBGP to EBGP.
Only the static route concept is here. That static route is only local to the device. It is not going to advertise to any remote PE. So if we are writing down the static route and without IP SLA, it will not tell the another user that the next hop is down. That is the main concept.
IP SLA is mandatory. Yes. So on that for your question, if you want to do the IBGP to IBGP, then there will be no issue. You don't need the redistribution. That directly attributes will go to the BGP, EBGP.
Fine.
Okay, got it? Yes. Because here their environment is different.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other guys, any doubt, please let me know, guys.
Hello.
Yes. Who is this?
Yeah, this is Rajkumar.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, actually, it's a silly question, but I have doubt on this. Actually, in BGP, we'll say that two external autonomous systems will connect, right?
Yes.
There means actually two autonomous systems means it is two different networks out of office.
Two different? No. BGP
throughout the world.
No, BGP is to autonomous system concept is there in the BGP. Means suppose you have the ISP, you want to tag the link. Okay. This is your company ABC. This is Airtel. This is Jio. They have the different AS number is there. And suppose you want to tag two links. Okay. Suppose some routes you are sending from this side, you want to receive from this side, and you have your private AS 650012 6541 I think. Okay. So these things you can do to connect to different autonomous system. This is for the eBGP, external BGP. But when I will cover this eBGP class, I will let you know. Okay. Why you are connecting two different autonomous systems.
This is totally external.
This is totally external.
But it is public network, right?
Yes. This IP will be completely public.
Okay, then just a small question. If it is like that, means what is EIGRP and OSPF? That is internal BGP, means inside
that
the
is
office,
IGP.
or
that is IGP.
yeah, what is the meaning of it?
That is internal EIGRP, OSPF, then IBGP. These are the IGP protocol, and actually EGP was there as I think around 20 years back ago, there was a protocol of the EGP. And this eBGP is the version of the EGP. Previously, there was a protocol named as the EGP. Now it is eBGP. This is for the external. This is for the internal. This is IGP.
Internal means inside the office. No, internal means inside the office, or it is also works externally, publicly.
No. If it's you want to use, you can use inside the office. Okay, but like this scenario, we have two different autonomous system. You want to send some routes, you want to receive some routes. You cannot use the EIGRP or OSPF or IBGP. Got it? When we will do the class, that time you will clearly know what is the IBGP and what is the IGP and what is the EGP.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the difference between, before coming to this one, you should very clear about what is the difference between the distance vector and the link state, and why we are calling this distance vector is the black holing in the network. These are basic question. Once we will cover this part, then only I will go to this part.
Yeah, just means I'm thinking that internal means there's two different offices, same offices, two different connectivity. Like that, I'm thinking.
No, I'm not getting your point. Suppose you have two different location also. They are connecting through through Airtel. Okay, but two different location. There also you can use the IGP, Azure Internal Routing Protocol. Suppose you have the office in Mumbai, Bangalore. They are taking the service from one of the suppose Airtel, and you have the GRE is there. You can do the EIGRP, no problem. This part will completely.
Okay, that is public, right? Yeah, that is my question. That is public, right? Then it is not. It is also external.
Public, private. You cannot define on this protocol level. IP you can define on the public. Every time here one will be the public IP.
Yes.
EIGRP, OSPF, IBGP, EBGP, that should be 100% on the public to public. But what will be the case? Suppose here I am, my private network is going on 1.1.1.1. Here 2.2.2.2. But what I can do, if I want to make a relationship here to here, but that should be EBGP. From the public and private interface, private IP, I am making the relationship through a public interface. Okay, that is also eBGP. Through the private and public, we cannot identify this part. Every time the one interface will be the public. And eBGP to communicate here two different autonomous systems. Got it?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Guys, any other question, any doubt, or we are good to close? Your voice is very slow. Who is this? Hello.
Sir, tomorrow which topic we are going to start?
Tomorrow we'll start from the architecture part.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask any question in Hindi?
हाँ जी, बताइए।
थोड़ा मेरा इंग्लिश ढीला है इसलिए तो हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ।
कोई इशू
सर
नहीं
मैंने
है।
अच्छा
मुझे हिंदी भी आता है, मुझे इंग्लिश भी आता है, कोई इशू नहीं है। आप
अच्छा
पूछिए किस पूछना।
सर बोल रहा हूँ कि मैंने रिसेंटली सीसीएनए
नाम
कंप्लीट
नाम
किया था।
नाम बताओ
मेरा नाम
पहले।
कार्तिक पाल सर, मेरा नाम कार्तिक पाल।
ओके, कार्तिक पाल। ओके, कैसे हो आप?
मैं अच्छा हूँ, मैं कोलकाता से
हाँ।
हूँ, ठीक है।
ओके, आप कलकत्ता से हो, मैं उड़ीसा से हूँ।
हाँ अच्छा अच्छा।
हाँ जी,
अगल
बताइए।
बगल ही है।
हाँ,
सर
अगल
बोल
बगल है।
अगल बगल है। सर बोला मैं रिसेंटली
हम्म।
सीसीएनए किया था, ठीक है।
हाँ जी।
तो उसके बाद मैं ये एनकोर कर रहा हूँ। बोला
हाँ।
कि पहले एनआरसी करना चाहिए या एनकोर करना चाहिए पहले।
नहीं, देखो, अगर आप सीसीएनए किए हो, ठीक है,
हाँ।
तो अब आप क्या, एक काम कीजिए, पहले एनकोर कीजिए।
हम्म,
एनकोर से आपको पहले मुझे बताइए, राउटिंग स्विचिंग में अभी फिलहाल काम करनी है, एम आई राइट?
अच्छा।
हाँ, ठीक है, तो आपने एनए कर लिया, एनए बढ़िया से आपकी क्लियर हो गया, ठीक है।
हम्म,
आप एनकर अभी हम करेंगे, ठीक है। एनकर आप अभी कर लो, क्योंकि एनकर है बेसिक।
बेसिक
हाँ,
अच्छा।
एनकर है बेसिक। आप जैसे एनकर कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, ड्यूरिंग द एनकर ऑल्सो आप अपना सीसीएनए को छोड़ना मत, नहीं तो भूल जाओगे, ठीक है।
अच्छा
एनए एनकर दोनों अपना प्रैक्टिस करते रहो, बढ़िया है ये, मतलब बेसिक चीज सर आपको मिलेगा। इसके बाद डायरेक्टली जंप इन करना एनआरसी में, क्योंकि एनआरसी में क्या होगा, वेरी लिमिटेड टॉपिक। ओएसपीएफ, बीजीपी, एमपीएलएस, ईआईजीआरपी, जीआरई, एमबी, डीएमबीपीएन, फेज 1, फेज 2, फेज 3, एमजीआरई, आईपीसेक, दीज आर द टॉपिक्स, वेरी कोर राउटिंग हुई है, ठीक है। तो वहां पे क्या होगा कि आपका पूरा कोर टेक्नोलॉजी सीखने को मिलेगा। सो बेटर आपने सीसीएनए की हो, अभी आप एनकर में मूव करो, क्योंकि बेसिक और थोड़ा इजी भी है, क्योंकि एनआरसी थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट भी है। उसके बाद आप एनआरसी में मूव करना, जैसे ये दोनों क्लियर हो जाएगा,
ओके ओके।
ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर। तो ओके
नो
थैंक यू
प्रॉब्लम,
सर।
एनी टाइम। ओके, रेस्ट, एनी पीपल, एनी क्वेश्चन? Hello, guys. Any question or we are good to close? Yes, no. Are you able to understand? Any doubt, any query? Please let me know, guys.
Yes, sir. Everything is okay.
Okay, so I think we are good to close. Okay. So
Thank you, sir. Good night.
good night. Good night, everyone. Okay, see you tomorrow.
गुड नाइट सर। यस
Good
सर।
night. See you tomorrow, guys. See you. Bye bye.